Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. And I'd like today to talk about the Witton Barracks site in my electorate of Ryan at Indooroopilly. Now, the Defence Department has recently announced that they're going to dispose of this site as they don't have any future needs for it. However, this site is very special to the local community and has a lot of history, as well as providing the opportunity for local facilities so needed in that area. I'm delighted that Darren Chester, the Parliamentary Secretary, recently came and met me on site with local councillor Julian Simmons. And Julian Simmons has worked with the Brisbane City Council to put together a submission to the department as to why this site should be given or sold at a concessional rate to the Brisbane City Council so we can use the site for the local community, for the residents of Indooroopilly. Now, I appreciate that the Defence Department wants to make money on behalf of taxpayers who originally bought this site, but equally those same taxpayers are the ratepayers and the residents of Indooroopilly, and this site has many special attributes. Primarily, it's a historic site. This is the barracks where they're the only remaining prisoner of war cells left in Australia, and these are the prisoner of war cells where prisoners were brought for interrogation during the Second World War, and those cells are still there. So there's an opportunity to create quite a historical military museum on the site. It's also in the same place as the Walter Taylor Bridge, a very famous bridge, but tragically getting on in years and above capacity. Now, the Walter Taylor Bridge is a suspension bridge. In fact, the cables that it holds it up were ones used to pull the Sydney Harbour Bridge span together. And Walter Taylor very cleverly used those cables to save money and build this bridge. But the bridge is rapidly nearing capacity, if not already over it. And because of its nature, it's only 2 single lanes, so it's impossible to expand. The council's already acquired land from the other side of the river at Chelmer, and the obvious place for a new river crossing to land would be on the side of this site. At the same time, Indooroopilly is one of the older suburbs in my area. It has been listed by the state government as a principal site, meaning that buildings in redevelopment can go 20 and 10 stories high. But because it's an older suburb, there's no real parks and recreation areas. So once again, there's a great opportunity to provide green space and a park for the local residents. I'm delighted that the council has taken this up through Councillor Julian Simmons, and I do call on the federal government to work with the council for the outcomes that we need for the residents of Indooroopilly and for the best outcome for the local people. Thank you.